NovasNation, and welcome to the Omaha Supernovas PBF post-draft celebration. My name is John Baylor. Thrilled to be here. On the side, I occasionally call volleyball matches on the radio for Nebraska volleyball. Sitting next to me is a young woman who went to Omaha Marion, has a national championship in 1995 with the Huskers, played basketball as well with the Clone Huskers, has struggled as a high school coach. In the last 10 years in Omaha Scott, she only has won 9 Class B state championships. She told me before this one, runner-up this past year, and 11 years ago she was runner-up then as well. So for the last 11 years, Renee Saunders has been in the title match for Class B. Give it up for Renee Saunders here tonight. NovasNation, I guess if there's a federal capital, it is the Herdat Sports Bar and Grill right here. Come on down. Place is jam-packed. Hello, everybody out there. Great to have you. We're on Facebook Live. We're on YouTube Live. We are on something called letter X, which used to be called Twitter. So this is global. I mean, if you're on the planet, you have access tonight. Everybody's watching everywhere. Is anybody else doing this? Is there another 7 other PBS teams that are glued to the idea, because this is where the info is, because we have a lot to celebrate tonight, not only looking back on a national championship in the PBS in the inaugural season. Of course, you know the Supernovas claimed that one on their home court last summer, early summer, absolutely, 1 for 1. But earlier today, there was the PBF draft for the Pro Volleyball Federation, and the Omaha Supernovas had 5 picks. There were 5 rounds, 1 draft per pick, but they ended up with 6. Yeah, they ended up getting 2 second-round picks after a trade from last year to San Diego. Lindsay Krause, who actually I believe is at Orlando now. So we got 6 picks, 5 rounds, and I think we struck gold, actually. In round 1 with the 8th overall pick, say hello to the current Kansas Jayhawk. They've been in the top 10 all season long. Toyosi Onabanjo is a brand new Omaha Supernova. She is 6 feet 1 inches tall, putting up huge stats. She is a middle, and I think we'll find out from head coach shortly that she really addresses an issue. Somebody who can attack on the slide, and so just really draw up a bunch of defensive attention. Oh, yeah, just a versatile all-around player. We have a couple middles on our roster, so it's going to be fun watching that competition take shape. This year with the Jayhawks under Ray Bashad, 2.6 kills per set. Hitting 408, not too shabby. In the second round, you have a side-out machine on the right side from Ohio State. Emily Londot picked with the number 10 pick overall. She's 6 feet 3 inches tall, and she is someone that you can imagine is going to get a ton of sets. If Ohio State is an indication, she's going to get a lot of chances to swing. Now, I think she has over 2,000 kills. That's a lot of kills. I can hope for a whole season, but she's a fantastic gun on both ends. I've seen her hit on the outside as well, and she's been a stud for Ohio State since she came in as a freshman. Now, I got all these fancy stats about the former Husker and had a fabulous senior season at USC, but I'll just tell you this. Mom went to North, Dad went to Wisner-Pilger. You know she's tough. Oh, yeah, Dad was a track athlete. I mean, you've got to be tough to run track. And he went to Nebraska Wesleyan, and Mom went to University of Nebraska. All right, in the 4th round, surprising she was still available. She's an outside hitter for Pittsburgh, which I hear is having a nice season this year. And her name is Valeria Vasquez-Gomez, an outside hitter, 6 feet 1 inches tall, and she's known nothing but success. Pittsburgh ranked number 1 in the country right now. So she was drafted by Omaha. And then in the 5th round, we're going to hear from her later tonight, along with hold on, I skipped one. In the 3rd round, the number 19 pick overall, the pride of Papillion, Nebraska, the current Husker on the outside, Lindsay Krause in the house, drafted by the Omaha Supernovas tonight. We're going to hear from her later tonight. I told you about Valeria Vasquez-Gomez with the number 30 pick, and with the 37th pick in the 5th round, Creighton super setter, Kendra Wait. Yeah. But Kendra's announced, Kendra, indicating with your one hand, how many high school sports did you letter in? Just 2. All right. I thought you played like 5 high school sports. No? It's a good story, though. It's a good story. All right. How many events did you do in track and field? There you go. Now she's throwing two hands. All right, okay.
Mike, you just missed it. It was a cut.
All right, so today is the draft. 5 different rounds. The Supernovas coming off their championship. 3 of their players are back. We're going to hear from some of them tonight. So a lot of change, a lot of continuity. And an example of continuity is leadership at the top. And Nebraska Volleyball's had 2 leaders in 49 years. Nebraska Football used to be known for continuity. We had 3 head coaches in 42 years. Volleyball, 2 in 49 and counting. Well, guess what? 2 years, we got the head coach coming back a little bit.
So excited about that one.
Come on up, Coach Q. Also, Thomas Robson in the house. We won't take this against him, but Coach Robson, formerly on the staff of Wisconsin. These things happen. And Coach Robson and Coach Q, come on in here. Welcome. If you just joined us, this is the Omaha Supernovas post-draft party at Herdat Bar and Grill. Do we call this Millard? We call this La Vista, exactly. We talk about Papillion, we talk about La Vista. We're going to go Ralston. We're going to get the whole area figured out tonight. Coach, great to see you. I agree. Nice house. Crowd here tonight. Today was the draft.
Yes.
Talk about the adrenaline. Where is the war room? Is the war room in a bunker underneath the
war room is in our heads. So somewhere right in between here and then at this table today with Grant and Diane up here. And not any of these people.
Where do you meet and how electric and how much energy is there and how many phone calls are you making as that draft is proceeding?
The phone calls in the last 3 to 5 days were crazy. The phone calls during the draft today were fun. So it was exciting.
You're on the clock, I trust.
Mm-hmm.
And how much time does each team get?
So the first 2 rounds, there were 8 minutes on the clock.
That's it. You have 8 minutes to make a pick.
When you're up.
And Merritt Beeson from Nebraska goes number 1 to Atlanta. Then Anna DeBeer, the great Louisville Cardinal, gets taken by the Indianapolis Ignite, the 8th and newest team in the Pro Volleyball Federation. Nora Sis, also from Papillion and Creighton, is taken by the Orlando Valkyries, which is a Norse goddess. So she's the latest Norse goddess. And then Cameron Hanna gets taken by the Vegas Thrill. She's out of Penn State. The Huskers are going to see her on Friday. Devin Robinson, the great Wisconsin Badgers, gets taken by Samuel Mojo. Corey Lewis gets taken by Atlanta. By Florida State, Raven Colvin, great Purdue Miller, gets taken by Grand Rapids. And then you're on the clock. And you get 8 minutes.
Yes.
Tell us about those 8 minutes and what's going through your head. How many names were you tossing about?
Well, we had already worked through our list. What was it called? Label it? The list last night.
You have our phone calls, 100% yeses, and then you have your...
I just wanted to reel you in with it, so I wanted to bring you in.
That's good.
So 100% yeses meaning, okay, if anybody's on the board, we're taking them.
Well, and we talked to them, and they said yes.
You already, pre-select, you told them, if we select you, are you going to come play for us? And they said yes.
Yes.
Great. And how many were in the running there for that 8 pick overall when you ultimately decided on Toyosi?
Well, based on our needs, it changed. I mean, it changed over the course of like those first couple picks because of how we had ranked the players. That was like a pretty thin group of middles that were available, and so that kind of led us right into that pick. So we kind of knew.
So you were taking basically you had a bunch of those names already on the board. They got taken just ahead of you. And how thrilled are you with your first round pick, Toyosi Onabanjo?
We were excited. I mean, it really wasn't that crazy when we made the decision. But I was excited, obviously. I had a connection to Kansas, and to be able, I was getting texts from their staff because I'm close with them. And so I didn't even tell them before it was happening, and then it was happening live. So those moments, and I'm sure these two, when you talk to them, the moment when it happens is pretty cool. And getting to FaceTime the athlete and FaceTiming her, and she was walking to class. First, she was like in the office, and they were texting when it was happening. And then by the time we FaceTimed her, she was like out in the window, and she was like almost crying, screaming, like freaking out. So it was really cool. It was very special.
What need does Toyosi Onabanjo satisfy for the Supernovas?
I think she's going to fill an M1. Well, we have 4 middles, you said that, and 5 now. But we will have a competition And that's good. We learned that last year. You need competition. You need people to come in and compete. But we definitely wanted to fill another solid M1 position, and I think she adds that for us.
What does she do really well? Like, what are these people going to see out of her?
Her energy, number one. Her energy. She is just an awesome person, and the way she just competes with energy, but she goes off 1 foot behind, really. That's what an M1 is. Someone that you can use not only just in the middle of the court, but she will open up our offense behind.
Well, they're about to begin her second season as a head coach. Thomas Robson, assistant coach for the Omaha Supernovas. 2 picks later, got no shot. Londot. Are you surprised she was available at number 10?
Yes, very. I mean, there were a couple of players that we reached out to pretty late because we just didn't think we'd have. I mean, when we were navigating just picks and managing all that earlier in the week, at this point, the last 2 days, it's like, okay, if this is where we're going to be, then let's make sure we have a good list. But it's like some of those players, we're like, why? We're not going to have. But luckily, we had reached out to some of the kids that we got, and it was amazing they were still available. And so, yeah, we really.
The opposite, the right side hitter is, of course, critical to the sport at the college level, the high school level. But in the pro game, and certainly in the Olympics, it became even more featured, seemingly. Like all the great teams in Paris had a fabulous outside, put up huge numbers, often bigger numbers than the left side. Do you see Emily Londot as potentially playing a similar role, or whoever gets the privilege of playing right side for the Supernovas, having to be featured?
Yeah, I think at the pro level, it's always been established that an opposite is the X factor. It's not as prevalent. I mean, there are obviously very solid opposites that you see at the college level, but at the pro level, that position is very important.
Why is that?
Because they score, like their ability to score is based on offense and production, but it's also, they don't get as many out-of-system balls necessarily, but they score at a higher clip typically, and they play 6 rotations.
It's a setting is more skilled, and so you can set them anywhere, whereas the college game, it not necessarily, geometry doesn't always work.
And in the college level, not all opposites play 6 rotations. And at the pro level, they definitely do, and it's someone that impacts the game very much so, front row and back row.
Then you got to wait until the 3rd round, and you get the pick at number 19. You get pick at number 15 late in the 2nd round, and Allie Badenhurst from USC, formerly of Nebraska, sitting right there, and you grab her, 6 feet 5 inches tall. Why'd you take her?
Again, versatility. Obviously, there's a lot that goes into the decisions, the timing of them, what we think the other teams are going to take when we're at the point in the draft order. And so a lot of the times we were looking at that. Like where players are going to go, who's going to take them next, where the picks are falling. And so a lot of that strategy came into it. But Allie obviously is a great pickup. She can play on both pins. I think that she's obviously got a warm welcome to come back, and we're excited to have her.
I only saw like a couple trades at the very top of the 1st round, a trade at the top of the 2nd round. This is league-wide. Meanwhile, is everyone trying to make deals, calling everybody up? Like, can you trust the leaders of these other 7 teams? Like, did things come close to blockbuster trades?
Oh, yeah. We were just joking about that. We were looking through what you're going to ask later, and I was like, yeah. I was like stalking some people.
And the things get close, but they fell through? Or were you how close were you to making some other trades earlier today?
I mean, I think everything's close. If you're in the conversation, then there's a possibility.
Was this year's draft different than last year's draft a little bit? Was it because everyone had been through it once?
This year was significantly different. I don't know if it's because it was going to be live or because of the talent of this class, but there was so much more interaction and engagement leading up to this in this past week alone. And yes, we called players last year, and that was normal, but everyone trying to trade before it was even happening.
Do you look like, oh, there's a Nebraska connection, there's a Kansas connection, there's a Texas connection. You have like, I don't know, 10, 11, 16 of your roster members are from those 3 or have applied to that area.
Yeah, I mean, I think to some extent with this league and what we're trying to do to build our sport, we talk about that. Build the market, like kind of build that where you're at. Here it's special. I feel like you could, and we saw it last year, you could bring any number of players in here and they're going to become a beloved athlete, person, family, whatever they bring into this community. But I think now that we're establishing ourselves, bringing and keeping people that were in this market and have some roots, it's going to be even better for our sport.
You've got 2 players with Creighton ties on the roster currently. You've got at least 4 players with Husker ties. So this is intentional. If they have the talent and they've already played here, you'd love to see them in a Supernovas jersey.
Yeah, I mean, who wouldn't want to come back here? I think all of them are very excited. It's a place that you want to be a part of this, and I think that's very cool.
Lindsay Krause exemplifies that. She's somehow available in the 3rd round at number 19. How fired up are you to have Lindsay on the roster?
They took everything not to just be texting her nonstop during it today, just to be like, we got you. But we're so pumped. We were at senior night, obviously, and so to have a player like her, but even a person like her to be back here and get to be in her hometown, it's awesome. I think it's going to be special on so many levels. Not only what she brings volleyball, but even her and her family and just having that.
A lot fewer substitutions in the Pro Volleyball Federation and throughout pro volleyball than they're allowed at the college game. Do you anticipate Lindsay playing all the way around, all 6 rotations?
I think that is definitely a possibility. It's going to be great for our training camp. Whether obviously they won't be at the full time with us, but I think that's going to be competition, and it's going to give her more chances, more opportunities to be out there competing.
I'm biased, but I've seen her pass. She'll be all right.
Yeah.
She played libero for a while.
She was a libero for a while. She won a national championship in Florida as a libero.
Yeah.
She can hit on both pins. She'd actually be a phenomenal middle, but I'm not the coach. I'm just
in case we need anything.
She never wants me to tell people that she did it really well, because she played basketball too.
Is Lindsay Krause one of the greatest high school players in the history of the state?
She's got to be in the conversation. I mean,
Top
we
5?
had a lot of great players. I don't know, but this top 10, I mean,
When the list started, you hadn't won a lot of titles. You only won 2. And she got
Is that right?
1.
2 titles before you came, and then 4,
And then 4, and
and then 4,
4
3 after.
So, and she played every doggone. You had her out there all the
She can do
doggone
it all.
time.
She can do it all. Kind of like Kendra can do everything.
Yes.
So can Lindsay.
This guy wants you to read that.
All right. When we come back, we've got 2 of the existing Supernovas joining us right now, 2 of the star players. Thorburn Kuhn, the head coach, Thomas Robson, assistant coach. Thank you so much for joining us here. Stay right there. So come on up, Natalia. And
So these are live. Yep, and Reagan.
Test, test, test. All right, welcome back to your Omaha Supernovas post-draft celebration, Herd at Sports Bar and Grill. There's Renee Saunders, former Husker national champion. My name is John Baylor, and we're going to be joined right now by two Omaha Supernovas, Natalia Valentin Anderson. Hello.
Hi.
One of two setters. He is back, and also with us, Reagan Cooper, who is the reigning Pro Volleyball Federation Rookie of the Year.
Hi.
Reagan, how great a year did you have last year with Columbus? How fun was it?
It was great. It was. I feel like last season passed everybody's expectations. Like it was amazing. It was so excited, and everybody was so involved. So I'm excited to do it again.
Did I hear that you were even thinking about not continuing to play volleyball?
Yeah, that's the funny story. I was asleep during last year's draft because I wasn't planning to keep playing. I even told Bird, she had talked to me beforehand, and I was like, sorry, I'm not going to keep playing. So it just kind of, it was a surprise when I got drafted, and I just decided it's an amazing opportunity. I might as well give it a shot.
So Reagan Cooper, 1 year at Washington State, 3 at Texas Tech.
Yes.
Was KU your most memorable year, your fifth and final year as a grad senior?
Absolutely. That was, I identify as a Jayhawk now only. That was a great year.
Why? Like, what about that final year was the pinnacle of it?
Well, it's so much. The coaching staff was the best coaching staff I've ever had. They cared about me as a person and as a player, and they made volleyball fun for me again. And I mean, at the end of the day, that's what made me decide to keep playing after I got drafted. So
That's awesome. And you drove cross country with your dog.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did.
And you're settled in now. What are you most excited about being in Omaha?
Well, I've played against Nebraska teams my entire college career, so I'm excited for them to be cheering for me instead of against me. So,
and we're happy to have you on our side of the net.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Reagan Cooper, she was the Rookie of the Year in the Pro Volleyball Federation a year ago playing for Columbus. You know Natalia Valentin Anderson. She was a champion a year ago at the Omaha Supernovas. All right, San Diego, the semifinal, set 5. Whew. How stressful was it?
Actually, I was not. I told the girls in the bench, I'm like, guys, I have a feeling. I think we're winning this one. Just stay positive, And we pulled it. We pulled that game. That was incredible. But I have to thank our fans because they were definitely the 7th player in that game. And you motivate us every single day to come here and do our jobs and for this community. And that was a really special night for us.
Average 9,300 per night, and on weekends over 11,000 on average. You played for the most part in Puerto Rico. You also played in this country as a collegian. You've been in a couple of Olympic Games. How different was the crowd? How unique was the crowd in Omaha compared to the rest of your career?
Yeah, when I think about it, I feel like they're true fans because it didn't matter if we were winning or losing or if we had a good or bad game. They were always there. They supported us supported us through the whole season. And I think that's a true fan, you know. For me, I think the difference was how loud they were, maybe. Just fun to play in a crowd like that.
The Supernovas last year just seemed like a fine wine, improving with time, and you just felt the surge just building as the season grew. How important was that chemistry? Because it just seemed like you were a bunch of sisters who really cared about each other.
That chemistry is really what got us that championship. I think our competitiveness on the gym in practice, how much we care, but we respected each other as well. That was really key for us to win, because it just really truly didn't matter who was on the court. We were one. And that might seem like I'm just saying that, you know, because we won it. But no, we went through hardships. It was hard. It was tough. But we continue to choose each other as teammates and to compete for each other. So,
Reagan, you played for Columbus, and my guess is Omaha's got a bit of a reputation. It's only been one season. What did your players think of when you thought of the Omaha franchise and the Omaha team a year ago?
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of similar to whenever I was playing against Nebraska teams in college. It's like you're just walking in there, and the atmosphere it's so vibrant and it's so loud. And I remember multiple times when we would play Nebraska teams, we would have to tell each other during warm-ups, we have to be loud, we have to scream to each other because we can't hear. So, I mean, it's always fun to play in Nebraska, so I'm excited to play for Nebraska.
You had a lot of options, Nati, to play a lot of different places. Why come back for year two and defend the championship?
first off, our administration is amazing. I don't have to repeat myself and say my fans, right? But the fans, just like she just said, the atmosphere is just vibrant, and that's why you want to play. You want to play for someone that cares for you. And I think another reason why is because I marry a Omaha born and raised.
Was that part of it too?
That was not part of it.
Okay.
After 12 years of playing everywhere in the world, I thought I had to retire, and this was divine intervention. Then Omaha Supernovas came. They actually approached me to play, and I said, this is a sign, I'm going to do it. And it's the best decision. And this is exactly why I'm coming back.
You hear that from so many players. You hear that from just sort of from Reagan. She was thinking about retiring before last year. Nati, you talked about it as well. You wonder how many great players ended their careers prematurely prior to the Pro Volleyball Federation. It's sad.
It is sad.
And now you have this opportunity, and you've got this great organization, these great fans. Reagan, I mean, this is going to be a tough second year for you because you've got all these hype, all these great headlines. When you you think of your strengths, if the team could really feature your strengths, what do you do best? What are you most comfortable doing on the floor?
Everything.
Yeah, the cut shot.
Don't be shy. Just tell them.
I would say my cut shot from on the outside. It's one of my favorite shots. It's tough because obviously other teams know it's my favorite shot, so they put the block there. But I think I'm just going to keep working on my range so that I can continue to be efficient out there, and also my back row attacks as well. I want to keep improving that.
The moment the team wins the championship last year, describe how that felt.
I don't know. That's like any athlete's dream is to go out there, and you always have that goal, of winning it. But when it actually happens, it's just all the hard work, all the sacrifice paid off. And, I played for many years, and I can count only with one hand how many championships I have. And not because I didn't win. I don't think that's the reason why I should feel it's a failure or not. But I think last year just proved to me that you can make an impact inside the court or off the court. It doesn't matter, because our team was truly really good. Every single position was filled, and that's what made us better. So it taught me that you need a lot of selfless leaders to win a championship.
To Omaha Supernovas, Natalia Valentin, Anderson, Reagan Cooper, thank you both so much. We're going to bring up a couple future Omaha Supernovas. We're going to say hello to Kendra Wait, was drafted earlier today, the Creighton Blue Jays. She's got plenty of season left, and also her teammate is joining us, Kiara Reinhardt. I think is going to come on up here, Creighton Blue Jay as well. Kendra drafted today. You just hear that all the time, this appreciation for the ability to keep playing when before often age 22, often age 23 was the end. Now, you know everybody in volleyball, Renee Saunders. How do you know Kendra Wait so well? You're already high-fiving. She hasn't even played yet for Omaha.
So she was teammates with one of my former players who played at Creighton for a couple of years, Megan Scosendi, whose dad actually ran track with Ellie Batenhorst's dad. It was in Pilger. The volleyball world is very small, and I love it. Love it. I'm stoked that you're going to be in Omaha.
Me too.
Okay. Kendra, do you guys, Kara, you guys are having a pretty easy time playing volleyball against the Big East right now. But Marquette's has given you a tough time.
Mm-hmm.
You've only lost 2 matches the entire year, both set 5s at Louisville, at Nebraska. Last year you had a great team. How much better is this year's Creighton team than last year's Creighton team? Which is saying a lot.
Yeah, I think this year we're really just leaning in and kind of taking that next step of, hey, we made it to the Sweet 16. How can we get 1% better in the gym every single day to kind of continue on? And so I think we've really just dug in and kind of created that culture of we're not satisfied no matter what we're doing. No matter what match it is, it's, hey, let's take this match. Like, how can we improve upon it? How can we continue to grow so that we can hit our end goals for the season?
Kirsten Bernthal Booth, what makes her a great coach?
Literally everything she does. She just leads with such vulnerability, I feel like, for her team. She just, man, she cares for us. She comes up to us before practice every day and like, she's like, oh, Kiara, how is your day? Like, checks in with us. And she wants to see every 19 of us on this team like succeed in life and succeed on the volleyball court. Like, she's just the best supporter I feel like we could ask for. She leads out of love and not out of fear, which is just all we could ever ask for.
But she's probably also one of the most competitive female coaches out there too. So like, she's painting a flowers and pony picture, but she's a competitor and she wants to win. And I'm guessing she challenges you every day in practice. Yeah. You get the phone call from Bird. What'd you think?
I was shocked.
Were you?
Again, it was just coming towards the end. And so I really was just kind of sitting there and I was, okay, like whatever happens. And then I hear it called and all of a sudden I'm just like in complete shock. And it was just incredible. And I remember after I talked to Bird, I literally texted her and I was like, hey, I might need more information later. I don't think I'm retaining anything right now. But yeah, it was just so cool. And I'm so thankful to be staying in Omaha and around this wonderful community that we have here.
Kendra, how important is it for you to continue your volleyball career? So this absolutely is not the end.
Yeah, I am just so thankful for this experience that I've had and to be able to continue it again with the pro leagues coming to the U.S. I honestly didn't see myself ever going overseas. So again, I'm one of those that my career is extending because it came here and that I have this opportunity.
Kara, what would it mean to the Blue Jays to get to their first Final Four?
Wow. It would just mean, I feel like, the world for us. I feel like we have 19 players on this team who are just day in and day out have committed to this team and committed to each other and push each other in the gym and just want the best for each other. And I think that is what makes us so strong. Like 19 players on this team, only 6 see the court at a time. And like I feel like in so many other situations, like you'd have girls who just check out and be like, I like playing volleyball, but it's just like, it's too tough. I'm not seeing the court and I just want to mentally check out. But we have 19 girls on the team who every day they show up, they want the best for their teammates. We push each other in the gym. And that is just like the coolest thing to see that. And so I think like this whole year, we've just been talking about like pushing limits, breaking barriers. Like what would it look like for us to like make that Final Four? And it's just, it's so exciting. I'm really excited.
Kendra Wait, you can do it all. You're averaging more than 1 kill a set. And you're a setter. You're one of the top recruit in the history of Creighton volleyball. For Supernovas fans who haven't seen you play for Creighton, which is unlikely, just in case. What's your strength? What do you think you bring that's so unique to that position?
Yeah, I say part of my strength as a setter is that I pride myself on being good at everything else besides setting as well. So I really like to go out there and use my strength in blocking and defense. I kind of pride myself on not letting balls hit the floor. Like I'm going to go and put myself out there to save a ball. And then, just kind of being aggressive going after it.
You have 4,717 career set assists. You make that deep run, make the Final Four. Do you think 5,000 could happen? You guys have so many hitters everywhere.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
You've got to be, I don't know, one of the best setters in Creighton history, and it's so much fun watching you play.
Thank you.
Kendra Wait, Kira Reinhardt, thank you both so much for stopping by.
Thank you.
Future Omaha Supernova right here. Good stuff. I think we've got a special guest on the phone, Renee Saunders. And Cameron, tell me, all ready to go with Toyosi, or are you going to take a quick break? Not yet? What do we got? We're going to take a quick short break. This is Jeff Ackstrom. He's running the show right here. Jeff, thanks so much. Coming right up, we got the #1 draft pick of the Omaha Supernovas right after you hear this.
I have waited a lifetime, spend my time so foolishly, but now that I found you, together we'll make history. And I know it must be the woman in you that brings out the man in me. I know I can't help myself. You're all I can see. It feels like the first time.
Welcome back to your Omaha Supernovas post-draft party. You guys having a good time here at Herdat Sports Bar and Grill? All right. This place the doggone mixer. You show up here single, not for long. All right. My name is John Baylor. Renee Saunders, former AVCA National High School Coach of the Year. Her former player, Lindsay Krause, momentarily. We got to tell you about this really cool merchandise right up here in the Omaha Supernovas, basically a merchandise area. They got all the swag out there, all the colors. They got purple, salmon red, navy. Who likes the Supernovas logo and jerseys and the swag? It's pretty sweet stuff. So check out that merch. Also, this drink cup, unbeknownst to me, when I got this, it lights up underneath your drink. So if you're not enjoying the drink, you can enjoy the illumination. All right, now that is Coca-Cola. Okay, let's just talk to the first round draft pick from earlier today, Toyosi Onabanjo for the Omaha Supernovas, the KU Jayhawk. Joining us right now is Toyosi. Are you out there?
I am. I'm here. How are you guys?
Oh, there she is right there. Hello, I'm John Baylor. This is Renee Saunders. Where are you right now?
Just at home. I just finished some studying, so just chilling right now.
I love it. Now, earlier today, you apparently were contacted by the head coach of the Omaha Supernovas, Laura Bird-Kuhn. Walk us through that conversation, please.
Oh yeah, I was actually on my way. I have 4 classes today, so I was on my way to my first one when she gave me a ring. I was watching the draft in the locker room just for a little bit, just before my classes started, and she gave me a call. Just super excited for me to join, and I'm super excited to be at Omaha soon.
Did you anticipate being a first-round draft pick?
No, not at all. Not at all. I was thinking, I don't know what I was thinking, but I was definitely not expecting first round. I talked to Bird a little bit when she was here at KU just a few days ago. And we just talked about my position in the draft and what could happen. And I just did not expect being first round at all.
Now, you play middle for KU, obviously, and you started at Iowa, 2 years at Iowa, 2 years at Kansas. What are some of your strengths for those of us who haven't seen a lot of Toyosi Onabanjo in college?
I think I'm a very energetic and versatile player. At Iowa, I played middle and right side and outside. And then at KU, I've always been middle. So I think I can play any position that's needed of me, but also I just have a certain energy on the court. I think I just love to play volleyball so much, and just bringing that joy and energy is always such a strength.
That's awesome. Bird was basically said the exact same thing, and also that you love to go off one foot, which is fun to see. What are you most excited about coming to Omaha?
I'm excited to see Reagan Cooper. That's my girl. We played together here at KU last year, and she's done great things pro-wise, so I'm super excited to play with her again.
Reunited.
Love it. And Toyosi, now KU is right there in the hunt. You guys have been in top 10 all season long, and you're in a brand new conference, effectively. It's called the same thing, but it seems like all sorts of teams. What are the hopes and dreams this year? What would it mean for KU to get to its second Final Four ever? First time since 2015.
It would mean so much. I mean, we have such a great team this year, and we have so much talent and so many different players, and I think it would just be great for us to make a good run. And I think just for Coach B, he's been at KU for so long, and he has so much history here. So just doing that for him would just mean the world to all of us, I think.
Ray Bouchard, he has been there at least a quarter century. Does he tell you stories about his days when he was a head coach at NAIA, driving the van for like 12 hours, playing a 90-minute match, turning around, driving back for 12 hours?
All the time. And his stories are so interesting. Like just the way that volleyball has developed since he started to now, it's just crazy to hear.
Great
He's a
stuff.
legend.
Toyosi, congratulations. Can't wait to see you up here in Omaha. Best of luck with the Jayhawks the rest of the way.
Thank you guys so much.
Chemical engineering major, Toyosi Onabanjo. Is it time to bring up Lindsay Krause? Let's bring up
I think
the
that sounds
former
like a good
Omaha
plan.
Skyhawk, the current Husker. Who's counting? But Lindsay, remind me, in the regional final at Texas, 14 kills? Anyway, one of your best matches ever. The Huskers lead. That was 3 years ago. She's thinking this season. Congratulations for being drafted by the Omaha Supernovas. Has it settled in that this is a possibility, not just pro, which you knew was a possibility, but in your hometown?
Yes, I mean, seeing it really come together last year, obviously in my hometown. I always joke that my dad had season tickets this past spring. But we went to the home opening game. It was so special to see. You hear a lot about women and how hard it is to go overseas, and just like how it's not just, hard physically, but, mentally and emotionally. So to be able to have so many people, including myself, continue their volleyball career here in, America, that's something that I'm so grateful for. And I think I will be for my whole career.
How much do you hope that this young woman has a lot of professional success, especially locally, as her former coach?
I'm excited for every opportunity she gets. I love seeing Skyhawks soar at the next level, but Lindsay's been a special player, and I think she's gone through a lot at Nebraska, from injuries, playing different positions. I mean, she's seen it all, and she's been strong through all of it, and I'm just super proud of her.
How much did this woman mean to you in your development as a player?
I mean, indescribable. I mean, she took me in as a 14-year-old, obviously in high school, and then she coached me through my most impressionable years and really made me the woman I was to be able to go and be, a collegiate athlete. And so having somebody like Saunders in my life that young, who obviously went through it, I won't say how many years before me, but who went through it and, played at a program like Nebraska, played at that high level, played for an intense coach, like Terry Pettit. So being able to have her in my life at such a young age, when it is really hard and you're getting a lot of that attention, being, an elite athlete that young, it can really skew you in ways that aren't the best. So to have her as a great influence was, something that was indescribable.
Lindsay Krause, drafted by the Omaha Supernovas earlier today in this Pro Volleyball Federation draft. Absolutely. I think every time I just mention Lindsay Krause's name, we're going to get an applause here.
Yeah, it's fired up.
You've had some highs and a few lows at Nebraska, and there's a long way to go. When you think of some of the highs, what jumps to mind?
Well, we played a volleyball match in front of 92,000 people. That's a pretty big high. We've gone to 2 national championship matches. Obviously, we've been national runner-up twice. We were able to bring the Big Ten championship back to Nebraska after 6 or 7 years, which was really special. And then, we're really close to doing that again this season because we got another big match coming up this week. We've had a few big upsets. We've had success in years where people didn't expect it, and we've had some success in years where it was expected, but that's just what you get when you sign up to be a Nebraska Cornhusker. So going into this, my final postseason, I'm just so grateful and I'm so excited for everything that I've gotten to experience, especially as a hometown girl.
How much do we all appreciate how much this young woman has given to the Nebraska Huskers? It's not been a red carpet. She's stuck it out. There's so much left. I've always wanted to get this clarified. I've never asked. It's the Final Four in Wisconsin. It's 2021 against Wisconsin.
Oh, okay.
Excuse me,
yes,
in Columbus,
yes,
Ohio.
got it.
Sorry.
Yes.
I had heard you were not in the best of health for that
wow.
national championship match. And the Huskers were this close
Yeah, we
to
were
winning.
close. We were close.
How close were you to being fully healthy, or how close were you to not even playing that day?
I was not even close to being fully healthy. We came to find out later that I had COVID-19. But yeah, our Final Four match against Pittsburgh earlier, on Thursday, we went in after we did our hitting warm-ups to put our jerseys on. I went to the toilet, I threw up, and then we ran back out for the game. And I was like, woo, I think I hit 300 that match. But same thing, a lot of us are really, really sick that season, or not that season, that week. It wasn't great, but it's okay. That's kind of just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. And, we didn't get that win, but that season itself was, really special for us because nobody expected us to go that far. And so just to even make it there with that group of girls that we had was really special. So, I would do it all over again if I got to do it with the same girls.
Lindsay Krause, as a Husker, you always focus on the next match, and this next one, top 2 teams in the Big Ten. It's at Penn State. It's sold out. Big Ten championship on the line. It just seems perfectly situated. How confident is this bunch coming into this huge match?
Yeah, we say this is the reason that we practice the way we do. This is the reason why we come to a program like Nebraska, is because we don't go anywhere where it's going to be easy, So I think this is something that we talked about all season. This is what we prepare ourselves for. This is why we've played like we have all season. This is we're putting ourselves in a position that we've worked for these last 13 weeks of playing in the season. So I think we're exactly where we want to be, and we're preparing, and we're really excited because Penn State's a great matchup. So we're really going for that outright Big Ten championship.
I've asked every other draftee, what do you do best? What is your greatest strength playing on the court?
I attack the ball great. I've always been told that I hit the ball very hard. So that's funny. But I think one of my greatest attributes besides, my physical play is just my competitive spirit and my passion for the game. I'm just super passionate, and I love playing volleyball, just the sport, even in practice. I'm just always the loudest one in the gym. I'm always just so happy to be there. And so, some of my teammates say aggressive even towards them, during celebrations and stuff. So I'm so passionate, and I'm so competitive, it can be something as simple as just like a serve and pass drill, or, you know, like dig 4 balls in a row to get out of practice. Like I'm there, and I'm so in it. I'm head down in it.
Lindsay Krause, Nebraska Cornhusker, future Omaha Supernova. Stay right there. We now have a pre-recorded message from the head coach of the Huskers. Here's John Cook.
Hi, Coach Cook here. I just want to congratulate the Supernovas on a great draft. It's a heck of a class. They're going to run through the wall for the Supernovas. I'd highly encourage you to get your season tickets now. We got Husker blood up there. It's going to be awesome. Go Supernovas.
Right now we have a free agent coming up, just signed with the Supernovas. You know her well. Played for 5 years in the Big Ten against the Huskers. Setter, brand new Supernova, Mac Pedraza. When we come right back, stay right there.
He's giving you the blues. He wanna got you in, but not instead. That's what you gotta do. Pick up the phone, I'm always home. Call me anytime. Just 362 364. Need a beat. You got a broken heart. He's gonna leave you with your best friend. That's when the tears start. Well, you got to know, I'll make a social call. Turn around and forget about him. You have yourselves a ball.
Welcome back to your Omaha Supernovas post-draft celebration. Heard at Sports Bar and Grill here in La Vista, Nebraska with Renee Saunders. My name is John Baylor. Let's bring up brand new signee with the Omaha Supernovas. You guys heard of Mac Pedraza, great setter out of Ohio State and Penn State? I'm doing okay, Mac. Thanks for joining us. Signed during the offseason. She's in the hunt to be one of the starting setters for Nebraska. How happy are you and excited are you to possibly play again with Emily Londot?
Oh my goodness, don't even get me started on that one. When I was watching the draft today, I drove in straight from Ohio, or straight from Columbus, right out of the car here. So I was watching in the car today and I was like, am I seeing this correct? Emily Londot's going to be a Supernova? That's so exciting. So I'm really excited. Got to send her a text and she's pumped. It was cool to see the team celebrate her, and I'm really excited to be her teammate again.
How good a player is she? You set her a lot.
Quite a few balls back in the day. She is such a good player. You can find her anywhere. It's so easy to just chuck a ball up and she's going to go hit it. Last night, she won a 5-set match last night against Indiana. And there was a ball that somebody passed up high in the middle of the court. She's in right back, and somehow she moves her body and gets her feet underneath that ball. Incredible kill. She is such a good player. I don't think anyone's quite ready for what she's going to bring to this pro game.
Grand Rapids last year made it to the Final Four, upset Atlanta.
Yes.
Move on to play in the finals. What are you most excited about coming to Omaha for?
I'm excited for the fan base. You know, I've played in the Big Ten, so I've experienced Nebraska volleyball cheering against me most of the time. So I'm excited to have Nebraska fans cheering for me, hopefully, more on my side than against me.
Well, and I think we're going to be happy to have you. Fantastic setter. So much fun watching you play. I'm super excited to see that connection again too.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's a good group. I'm excited to set a lot of the players on this team too. It's going to be good.
4 seasons at Ohio State, 1 at Penn State. Big differences?
You know, in terms of the volleyball, not really. It's Big Ten volleyball. It's good hitters. You got people everywhere that you can figure out. At the end of the day, volleyball is volleyball. You've got to adjust to the people you're with. I think 4 years at Ohio State, there was a lot more time to, you know, kind of mesh together, figure out our cohesiveness and that kind of stuff. And then the 1 year at Penn State kind of was like a pro contract in a lot of ways to just go and hang out with those guys and get as good as we could in a short amount of a time and see what we could do. And, you know, I think we did a good job adjusting and worked with what we had. So a lot of love for both of those programs.
Mac Pedraza, future Omaha Supernova, former Grand Rapids Rise. Supernova is one of the few teams with a plural nickname, ends in S, in the Pro Volleyball Federation. What are some of your strengths? What do you bring that's so special to the setter position?
Oh, goodness. I think I'm a competitor. I like to go out there and compete. You know, I think of every single point as a little mini game, sort of. I'm trying to get every single person one-on-one, give them the opportunity to score as many points as they can. So I like to celebrate the little wins within the points and, you know, compete along the way.
That's Mac Pedraza, future Omaha Supernova. We're going to talk to her former Ohio State teammate right now as we listen back to an interview earlier today with our own Anna Bellingham, with the Annabella Housing, with the Omaha Supernovas. Here's Emily Londot, drafted earlier today by Omaha.
Well, congratulations to Emily Londot out of Ohio State. Emily, how are you feeling right now after getting drafted 10th overall?
I'm feeling great. It was a overwhelming experience, but I'm super excited.
Yeah, and how about joining a Supernovas team, of course, off a championship and the players that you get to be alongside with? How exciting is that too?
Yeah, I'm stoked. I mean, them winning a championship last year and just coming onto this team, I'm really excited. And my former teammate, Mac Pedraza, is on this team and excited to just join her and the rest of the team.
So, Emily, where were you when you got the call from Coach Bird? What were you doing?
I was actually sitting in our team film room and along with my team and my coaches and, just watching the draft, and it was super exciting.
Yeah, how fun was that, just to share that moment with teammates and coaches?
It was awesome. I didn't think I would cry, but I did cry when my name was called, and it was just great to be along with people who really love me.
Yeah, I mean, when you think back to your journey in volleyball and just growing up with the sport, would you ever believe that you'd be in this position right now to play pro?
Definitely not. I mean, even just 2 years ago, this wasn't even an opportunity. So having the opportunity to play in the United States was just unreal.
Yeah. Well, of course, you're in the Big Ten, so you know about the love affair with volleyball that Nebraskans have. How special will it to be a part of that fandom now and have those people cheering for you rather than against you?
Yeah, they're such passionate fans. I love playing in Nebraska just because of the electric gym that they have. And so being on this side of the experience will definitely be awesome.
Yeah, what do you know about Nebraska and just that fan base so far with what you've seen maybe from the Supernovas and just those games that have had awesome attendance numbers in the state?
Yeah, I mean, they definitely love volleyball over there. So just seeing the electric times in those gyms is amazing.
Yeah, well, we're happy to have you a part of it now. So what does Supernovas fans need to know about you and your game?
That I'm really excited to be on the court. can't wait to show what I'm all about, put action into my words, and just take what I bring to the Big Ten into the Omaha Supernovas.
Yeah, how would you describe your play on the court right now with Ohio State? You lead the Big Ten in kills at this point.
Yeah, I'd say just really aggressive and strategic. I like to place the tips where they're not, and also go in with a big arm swing when I can.
Awesome. Well, Emily, any message to the fans? Anything else they need to know about you before you get down to Omaha?
Just that I'm super excited.
I love it. Well, congratulations one more time, and thanks so much for the time today.
Thank you.
Emily Londot, 5 years at Ohio State. As we speak, this is her 5th season, 4.4 kills per set, 2 Sweet 16s, and an Elite 8 at Ohio State. One more, future Omaha Supernova. Everyone want to hear from Allie Batenhorst? Here's the former Husker, Allie Batenhorst.
Allie Batenhorst, congratulations on joining the Omaha Supernovas. Pick number 15 in the 2024 draft. How are you feeling right now?
Oh, thank you. I'm so excited and just ready to get back to Omaha and back to Nebraska.
Absolutely. Well, of course, you're a familiar face to Nebraskans, played with the Cornhuskers. You're actually born in Omaha, grew up in Houston, but so many ties to the city with your family. How special is it to be back in the state?
Oh, it's so special. You know, like my entire family's from there, and I just have so many memories there, obviously graduating from Nebraska, and my phone was blowing up afterward. It was just so exciting, and I'm going to be around so many old teammates and friends and just so much family. So it's definitely just a special place for me, and it's definitely home. So I'm super pumped.
Yeah, where were you when you got the call from Coach Bird?
Okay, so I was actually at practice. So we had it on like the TV during practice, but we couldn't really listen to everything. But yeah, all of a sudden I got a call, and then yeah, I just looked at the screen and I saw my name being called, and I was like, wow. And we were all freaking out and super excited. And then Bird actually FaceTimed me after. So
yeah, what was that moment like, getting to share it with your teammates too?
Oh, it's so special. They were all so supportive and hyped me up. And I don't know, it was just a really incredible moment to kind of share with them and just be in the moment with them for sure.
And to know you'll actually join a former teammate, Lindsay Krause, with the Supernovas. How awesome is that too?
It's awesome. We've spent so many years together, and obviously growing up, being recruited, she was one of the first people I met, and we've just been at Dream Team camps, and we've been through so many things together and just so many memories, and it's just going to be great to be able to share that time with her too.
Allie, you've had an incredible college season at USC. What do you think is attributed most to the changes with your game or improvements?
I think obviously it's been really fun being able to play all the way around and just be in a new environment in California and just get to study new things and just be a part of a different culture and just kind of learn new things. I think obviously I'm a senior and I've kind of had a lot of experience under my belt, and I've definitely grown in confidence and just been having a lot of fun playing the game, and I'm just really pumped to get back for sure.
Yeah, when you think about little Allie Batenhorst and just growing up around the game, would she believe that you'd be drafted and be a professional volleyball player?
No, I mean, I always have the dream, you know, growing up, but I just, honestly, it's surreal being able to say that I was drafted to be a professional volleyball player, especially in a place like Nebraska, which is home to me. So, yeah, it's just really amazing. I can't even put into words. So,
yeah, and you're joining the reigning champions in the Supernovas. You get to play with the likes of Brooke Nunaville or Reagan Cooper. How excited are you to learn from some of the best?
I'm so excited. You know, playing at the highest level is always just amazing, and I'm excited to be pushed in the gym and just be around new players and just great athletes. And yeah, I'm just really excited for the full experience for sure.
Allie, what do you think Supernovas fans can look out for you most on the court?
What do you mean? Like
your game? What kind of player? How would you describe your play on the court?
I would say I'm a pretty crafty, fiery player. I bring a lot of energy and just I play with a lot of joy, and I have a lot of fun with people around me. And yeah, I'm just excited to bring that back to the court and just be back in front of Nebraska fans.
Awesome. Well, Omaha's happy to have you. Thanks so much, Allie.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Allie. Thank you, Anna. Just a reminder before we finish, the merchandise store, the Supernovas merch still available for you up there. Tonight, there will be no autographs with the players, but this season there'll be plenty of chances for autographs, especially banner night. When they raise the banner, opening night, January 10th. Who's got tickets for opening night, January 10th?
All hands better go up.
season ticket holders, we appreciate you so much. Thank you for coming out for this post-draft show. All right, Renee Saunders, final thoughts.
Oh, man, I'm fired up for this season. This is going to be awesome. Training camp opens December 1st.
That's this Sunday.
I know. It's just a blink away. I have a feeling there's going to be some draftees that might be a little late to the party because hopefully they're making a run in the NCAA tournament. I hope to see a couple people in Louisville here in a couple weeks. I'm assuming there's some Husker fans that'll also be there. When I see this lineup, it's firepower, star power. I'm so excited to get this group together and see with the product on January 10th against Atlanta at 7 p.m.
Diane, the Prez, thanks for having us. Appreciate you. Appreciate being here. Cameron, thank you, my friend. Jeff, thanks for helping us move this along. For Renee Saunders, my broadcast partner tonight, thank you all for being here for the post-draft show. See you guys all on January 10th. And thanks to Herd at Sports. Thanks, everybody.